All righty. Am I live? Am I on?
Yeah.
This one here, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me get it on there. So, all right. Very good. Thank you, sir.
We don't want you guys breaking our stuff. That was exactly what she said. She didn't say that, but that's what she said. She said they had to practice 4 times to put that thing up.
Good evening here tonight with Mount Vernon Mustangs here in Maquoketa, playing at Good Now Field for the fresh soft game, and kicking off Parker Burmeister to start with. Gets it back out to the 35-yard line, tackled there by Derek Wilhelm. Oh, excuse me, no, it wasn't. Tackled by R.J. Sally. Mount Vernon comes out with the spread formation, 2-by-2. Running back off to the left there. Cardinals in their 3-man front. Looks like a run play. Off the bat, just about had him in the backfield. Sawyer Birkin was in the backfield. And blew the play up, and the rest of the Cardinals finished it up. Spencer Martin and number 72, Riker Henderson was in there. Cardinals do a good job gang tackling, so when they get the ball handler moving, they'll flatter the ball pretty well. Looks like Mount Vernon's going empty this time with 3 to the right, 2 to the left. No huddle offense, not too big of a hurry, but no huddle nonetheless. Looks like they're calling plays from the sideline with the motion man just about had in the backfield. Ooh, missed him on the edge. Looks like he's going to get about 7 yards on the play and bring up a 3rd and 3 for Mount Vernon. Taken down over there by several Cardinals. Now they hurry it up just a little bit more here on a 3rd and 3. Get the Cardinals to jump. Watching the quarterback, listening to him clap his hands instead of watching the footballs. I have to pay attention to that all night, that hand slap of the quarterback. Trips left here, single receiver to the right. Rolling out here over the middle of the field, hits him in the hands and unable to bring it home. Number 18, Drew Thurm. Oh, excuse me, that was number 16, William Goodlove. Bring up 2nd and 10 now. Bounce formation. Cardinals blitzing up the middle. Nice job. Number 24. Jack Lippens on the blitz. Came through untouched. Got the running back in the backfield. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Mustangs. Cardinals have been able to get in the backfield a couple times here earlier in the game. Make your pass coverage a lot better if you only have to rush 3 or 4 guys. You don't have to commit too many to the quarterback. They may stay in coverage here and just send 3. On 3rd and 15, we've got a trips right call here. One single out to the left. Looks to his right, into the flat. Makes the catch, gains about 13 yards there. Bring up a 4th and 2 and a decision for about 2.5 and decision for Mount Vernon here on 4th down. They may try the hard count again and see if they can get him to jump. Trips to the left side here. There's a running back to the right. Gets through. Big gain for the Mustangs. Inside the 35-yard line down to the 34. Bring up a 1st and 10. Back to pass now, going deep down to the one single receiver side. Great coverage there by Schuler. Looks like he got a little push on him. Receiver's got about 6 inches on Schuler over there in the corner, but he in the correct spot and just went up high and got it. Just out of bounds at the 1-yard line, about a 33-yard completion. And they'll go quick here, probably a quarterback sneak as he's under center, and he does, but it looks like we got a false start call on the Mustangs. So it'll bring up 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line. I'm perfect in my head right now. Always. So 1st and goal on the 6.5-yard line. Pass. Quick pass out there on a little hitch pattern and through the receiver's hands. I think he caught it right at the goal line. It probably would have been a touchdown, but had good zip on the ball. Just through his hands. Bring up 2nd and goal. Trips formation again. Going to roll out here to the left. Nobody to bring him in. Contain was lost in a hurry on the left side here. He got around the edge and will score for the 1st touchdown of the game. Looks like Mount Vernon's going to bring on a kick team. And brought in 8 guys there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Now they're down to 11. Number 36 is a kicker for Mount Vernon. And he puts it up and through the middle. Bennett Harp was the kicker there for Mount Vernon. So the Mustangs take their first opening drive down the field, and a couple big plays on a 3rd and 3, and the Cardinals jumped to give them a 1st down. And then on 4th and 3, they had a big 13-yard run, and then I believe it was on 1st down or 2nd and 10 maybe that they threw that 30-yard pass, got them down to the goal line. So 7-0 now with 7.5 minutes left in the 1st quarter. See how the Cardinals respond. We got Derek Wilhelm back for the Cardinals and Braden DeForest. This is usually a spot where Cole Cobe is back there. Don't see Cole on the sideline tonight, so Derek Wilhelm gets a chance back there, so we'll see how it goes tonight. Mount Vernon kicks it off down to about the 20-yard line. Caught by, bobbled by Braden DeForest. Now picked up. Made the first couple guys miss. Going to end up with about a 2-yard gain if he hangs on to it. Fell forward to get about 5 out of that. Good hard run. Cardinals will start in their own 25-yard line. Cardinals start with D'Angelo Donray in the backfield with Parker Burmeister. Throw out into the flat, just lead him by a half a step too much, as the Mustangs brought 6 guys, and that passed for DeForest on the edge. Let's bring up 2nd and 10. Nice run on the inside. Had a hole there for a second. Tried to spin out of the first hit. Come away with nothing. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals as the executive producer walks into the door with her assistant executive producer.
It is chilly.
Yeah.
Here's this cold outside.
So the Cardinals trailing here 7-0 with just under the 7-minute mark now. Tight formation with the doubles. Ball's throwing, nice ball, just out of bounds. Probably about a yard out of his reach, out of bounds. It was a nice route, good ball. Good effort there by Schuler. Cardinals have to punt it away. Jack Lippin's back to punt. Keegan Cabin on a snap. Donray and Riker Henderson is the personal protectors. As Riker counts to make sure he has everybody here. And the Cardinals get a jump from him. That'll give them 5 yards. And just need to do that one more time for a first down. Yes. Oh, high snap. Throws the timing off pretty good there, and Jack gets one off for about a 12-yard punt. Gets it out to the 42-yard line. Hopefully somebody talks to the center that that ball was way up in the air and that he's got to get it back there in the line. But the Cardinals did a nice job blocking, making sure it didn't get blocked. This kid here?
Yep, number 1.
All right.
He's my friend.
Mount Vernon has it 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Passing over the middle. He got him. Ooh, just over his hands. Had it for a second, maybe just a touch high. Caleb Kuhn on the receiving end of that is Kellen Haverback is the quarterback for the Mount Vernon Mustangs, a freshman. Thrown a couple nice footballs today so far in this game. Had a touchdown pass in the, well, just short of a touchdown pass. Had a touchdown run in the first drive. Brings up 2nd and 10 here in a 2x2, running an option to the right. Oh, pitch fumbled. Picks it up, and Cardinals lose contain on the pursuit. Ends up with an 8-yard gain on about a 6-yard gain. What we should have had a tackled in the backfield. So a little bit of luck there for Mount Vernon, but Cardinals got to stay in their lanes and follow that pursuit angle correctly and not leave those lanes on the backside. So 3rd and 6 here, though. 3rd and 4, my fault. Maybe 5. There's a pass out into the flat, just short. Bring up a 4th down here. Would assume they're going to go for it, being this deep into the field on the 37-yard line. Just past the 6-minute mark.
Mount Vernon, number 1. He's a Haverback, so he was.
Trips to the right side, back to pass. He's in. Just got his arm on the release.
And he was my partner.
Oh, what a catch out there on a nice defensive play by Tate Rowe. Had his hand in there, and number 24, Cooper Hurd from Mount Vernon made a nice catch and pulled it away from Tate Rowe as he was going to the ground, and Hurd finished the play for the last few yards into the end zone. So a 37-yard touchdown pass for Haverback to give the Mustangs a 13-0 lead here. Looks like a bad snap here, and he's going to come back the other direction and got a blocker out front. Looks like he's going to get just short of the corner of the end zone. Price Schuler was there to knock him out before getting into the end zone. So the extra point is no good. Mount Vernon will take a 13-0 lead. Emmett Harp again back out to kick off again for Mount Vernon. Because the Cardinals have been able to hold them for the first few plays of the series and then giving up a big play on 3rd or 4th down. And that was a 4th and 5 play that they just went the distance. 37-yard pass play. Was open initially, had it underthrown a little bit, and Tate Rowe recovered, made a nice defensive play, just made a better offensive play. Cooper Hurd for Mount Vernon. So 13-0 here, just past the 6-minute mark in the first quarter of the game tonight. And he's going to pop this one up and over the front line. Cardinals got to get to it. Wilhelm just passes it, but I do think we recover it. I believe that's Tate Streets there just inside the 30-yard line. Yes, it was. Tate Streets got over there, and they recovered about the 29-yard line. So the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. Their tight formation again. In motion. Quick pitch to Braden DeForest. They get a yard out of the deal here. They try to push forward a little bit on the pile and ends up with a 2-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Maybe it's like bad. Like one of those where you have to stay in a dark room.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, came back to the ball. Might have lost a foot on the play. Big defensive end from Mount Vernon was able to get his paws in the air and deflect that one, but Price came back, made a catch, but
I think it would be a hoof.
for no gain. The executive producer thinks she needs to input, and it's not a paw, I guess, on a Mustang. It's a hoof. So 3rd and 8, again. Gets outside. He's got him. Had Derek Wilhelm open behind the defense there and just led him a little bit too much. Going to his left, making that throw with the right-handed quarterback's a tougher throw to make. Parker's been able to do it this year a little bit. But as a freshman, and he's going to have some of those. So 4th and 8 on the 31-yard line. The Cardinals are going to punt again. A little bit better, not so high. Lippen's able to get this one off. Much better punt. Nice coverage there. Price Schuler getting down the field. No fair catch called by number 5 there, Michael Ryan. He was going to try to make a run, and Schuler was having none of it. Got a hold of him, took him down at the 38-yard line. So the Cardinals back on defense here, 2-by-2, running back to the right. Going to run here to the left side. About a 9-yard gain before he's brought down by Aiden Jerstead here, number 81. Getting sealed on the edge here, not getting any contained from this side. Got to force that guy back into the end, or back into the middle of the field, so you got plenty of help coming in. Looks like Jerstead's coming off the edge here this time. Nope, he drops into coverage, and they bring Donray from the middle. Haverback trying to go deep there again, and number 10. I don't really know how to pronounce this gentleman's last name, but it's Hogsay, possibly. Haugse. Any ideas, Carly Jo? Didn't think so. So on a 2nd and 2, it's a good play. I like to see that. Offensively, you take a shot deep because you can come back on 3rd and 2. You still got short yardage situation to work with here. See how the Mustangs react here. And they do bring, Cardinals bringing pressure off the right side, and they run it the other direction. Caught at the 50-yard line by Braden DeForest, taken back, but he will have the first down on the 50. Mount Vernon staying with their no-huddle offense, and it's kind of interesting. I see the play card that they're using on the sideline. Not sure if you can see it on the screen, but it looks like one of the old-school gas station attendant, how they used to change their prices, and Jack Lippen's coming off the edge there and gave it to the running back going the other direction. Spins out of the first one and out of the second one, and then a group of Cardinals are there to take him down for about a 9-yard gain again. 8 yards they'll give him. Bring up a 2nd and 2. Mount Vernon looked to hit it big last time when they had a 2nd and short, so may possibly see that again, or the way that they're running the ball, they might just continue doing that. Quarterback rolling out to his left here. Makes a throwback over the middle, wide open over the middle. Ooh, nice hit and a great catch there. Wilhelm with a good hit coming across the middle. Number 24, Cooper Hurd, was again with a nice catch. Looked like he was bobbling it a second, and Wilhelm had a nice hit on him right underneath the shoulders and was still able to hang on to the football. Good ball thrown by Haverback as he rolled to his left and threw that ball back across his body to the middle of the field. Not an easy pass to make, but was wide open. Trips to the left here, running back to the left. Cardinals not bringing any extra. Oh, they did bring one off the edge. So they run up the middle for a 7-yard gain. So we passed the 2-minute mark now.
Hey, figure out what's for? Figure out what's for? What's there for? Oh, yeah. Oh.
So 2nd and 4 here in the 9-yard line. Little read option play, and quarterback ends up keeping it. He read that for a long time and held it in his belly, and really could have gone either direction, I think, but Haverback kept it himself for his 2nd rushing touchdown of this quarter, and having a pretty nice quarter to start the night with 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. The Cardinals struggling to stop the Mustangs here in the first quarter of the game. Set up for the extra point again. Had a mishandled snap last time. Looks like the snap's high again. Tried to get away, and there's the Cardinals again to be able to make that tackle. Snap was up in the air and went over the holder's head. Number 24, I believe, is the holder as well. It was Cooper Hurd, who's made a couple nice catches tonight.
Hey, don't worry, I got everything. Oh, no, it's not in there.
So with a minute 19 to go here in the first quarter, we have Mount Vernon kicking off again. After their third touchdown, they've had 2 rushing, 1 passing. Number 36 again out here. Bennett Harp is their kicker. He'll get another kick here. Tries to kick this one a little bit deeper. Taken by Braden DeForest at about the 29-yard line. Gets it out to the 41. Nice little return there. Got 12 or 13 yards in the return. The Cardinals come back out on offense. Try to get some momentum here going into the second quarter. Parker in the backfield with new running back this time, number 40, Xavier Grau in the backfield. Gets a run, his first of the game. Toss for a loss on a sweep to the left. Loses 2 yards on the play. Not really anywhere to go on that one. Clock passes a 1-minute mark in the first quarter. So we're 2nd and 12. Trips to the right here. Grau still in the backfield to the right side. Pass over the middle of the field. Just over the head of Tate Rowe. Thought maybe there might be some pass interference, but the ball, I think, was a little bit higher than what he was expecting it to be. If he'd have kept his running, I think he might have had a chance to get to it, but he stopped and tried to get it at its high point, which he's supposed to do. But it might have just been a little bit out of his reach. If he'd taken a couple more steps before jumping, he might have had a chance on that one. But close play. Pretty good defense, I think. Brings up 3rd and 12 here. Probably another passing situation for the Cardinals. Mount Vernon's in a 3-man front. Looks possibly to be bringing a couple from this side and one from the other, I guess. Tried a little receiver screen to the right side. Schuler and just went off his hands. Pretty well covered by Mount Vernon. Don't think it was going to go too far. Might have gotten a yard or 2 out of it. We'll bring on Jack Limpens again for his 3rd punt of the game. First punt wasn't his best. The snap wasn't the best. Kind of threw timing off. He was rushed a little bit. Keegan had a better snap. Looks like Mount Vernon's jumped again. So we'll get 5 more yards out of this deal. And Jack's got a nice leg on him, so I think he's got an opportunity. Could stick Mount Vernon back in there a little bit. Get his give our defense here maybe some momentum going in if he can get him down inside the 20. Got to get a good snap and good blocks to start it, though. Snap's a little high. Off the side of his foot. Decent bounce. Ends up with about a 5, 10, 15-yard punt to the 42-yard line. Not sure if anybody's talking to the center about his snap or not. Hopefully they is. He doesn't know generally what happens if they're too high or where they're at if he snaps it and takes off. So it's got to be a communication thing with the rest of the team. Cardinals blitzing off the edge. Nice job. Got into the backfield. A little read there again. Quarterback and the running back. He holds it in his belly and sees what the defense is going to do. But they had 3 Cardinals in the backfield, so they could tackle them both, which is what you have to do to stop that play. So bring up 2nd and long here now. 2nd and 12. 2 by 2. Looks like a passing situation as the receivers are looking at their play cards for quite a while there. And Mount Vernon is going to call a timeout. Oh, no, we got the end of the quarter. So we come to the end of the quarter here tonight at Goodnow Field with Mustangs leading 19-0. Cardinals come back out here to start the 2nd quarter with on defense. Mustangs, the 2nd and 12 coming up. It'd be nice if we could get a stop here. Haverback still back at quarterback. And Mustangs go 2 by 2 to start here. They had a guy in motion last time. Looks like he's coming in motion here to help with the block. Tries to crack back, but I think his motion receiver was coming downhill a little bit, and he's in that motion situation that number 86 was going. He's got to be going parallel with the line of scrimmage, and it looked like he might have been coming downhill like he was going towards the line of scrimmage at an angle. That is a false start penalty, so that'll help the Cardinals out a little bit and bring up a 2nd and 15 here. Or 17, excuse me. 2nd and 17, but the other thing you got to be careful in that situation is with a crackback block, which has become illegal in football. Mount Vernon with an empty set here, 3 by 2. They went in motion last time. Not going to go in motion. Got the guy in the flat here. Oh! Read beautifully by Braden DeForest, just out of his reach. That quick slant to the inside. Running the receiver kind of sat down right in the middle. Braden jumped that route well. Incomplete will bring up 3rd and 17. Looks like the Mustangs are set up with a quads look right now. 4 guys on the right side of the line of scrimmage. 1 guy on the left. Wonder if they'll go man-to-man down the side. Ooh, 2 in motion at the same time here. Little screen. Nice job. 2-yard gain. Brings up a 4th and 15. So on that situation there, you notice there was a flag that ended up got thrown for illegal motion because 2 guys moved at the same time. There could have been a procedure call if you notice the receiver that wasn't supposed to be in motion. He went down and put his hand into the ground. If he would have brought his hand up, that would have stopped the play. It would have been a false start play. But as long as he kept his hand in the ground in that situation, the penalty only comes because of the 2 guys in motion at the same time. So Mount Vernon to punt here on 4th and 14. Kind of rolls out to his right on the punt. A little rugby style. Braden DeForest has it on the 28-yard line. Looks like he's going down the sideline. He's got Aiden Jerstead out to block. He's crumping back across the field. Looks like he's going to get to it. He's got 1 guy to beat, and he takes it into the end zone. Braden DeForest from the 28-yard line, the 72-yard punt return for touchdown. Cardinals had a nice wall set up down the opposite sideline, and he took it, cut it back at about the 25-yard line, and just beat the guy to the end zone. That's what the Cardinals were looking for here, is a little momentum, and sometimes you got to get it from that special teams if not everything's clicking everywhere else, but you need it somewhere. So hopefully that'll give everybody a little shot and say, hey, we can play with these guys. Let's get it done. So Cardinals coming out. Cole Cobe, their normal kicker, not in the game tonight, so they're going to go for 2 in this situation. Mount Vernon will call a timeout. I think they're in a little trouble with their personnel. They only had 10 guys on the field. One run off late, and he thought he was the 11th or the 12th guy on the field. So second timeout, the quarter called by Mount Vernon. Score now 19-6 with 6.5 minutes left in the, or excuse me, 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So there's 19 points is most the Cardinals have given up in a game, and probably their last. I don't even remember when we gave up more. Well, we had first game of the year against Independence. They did, and after that, I can't even remember if they gave up more than 19 at any time. They lost a game 6-0. They lost a game 8-0. Won the other 2. I'm missing one game. I can't remember who it was. Our first road game of the year, but 19-6 right now. Cardinals going for 2 here. Looks like he's got Tate Rowe in the front of the end zone. Goes to the backside and just skips him. So they had a little overload action going there with 3 receivers going, trying to layer that. Had one at the goal line, 1 5 yards in, and one at the back of the end zone. It was close whether he had it or not, but it looked to me like it skipped into him, and he short-hopped it. So 2-point conversion's no good. We're 19-6 here. Cardinals will be kicking off. Be back here in a second. Parker Burmeister back to kick off again. He started the game with the kickoff. Cardinals been sharing some kickoff duties with him and Cole Cobe, but as Cobe gone tonight, it'll be Parker's job. Kicks that one down to the 20-yard line. It lets it bounce. Cardinals good coverage. Oop, don't lose contain. Nice job there by Wilhelm. He came back and didn't allow him outside. Runs him out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Return man was Michael Ryan for the Mustangs. Did a nice job setting that run up where he caught the ball outside the numbers and ran back almost into the hash and took the defense with him a little bit and tried to get it back outside where they had the wall set up originally. But if he'd have taken it down the sideline right away, I don't think he gets back to the 30-yard line. So nice job running the ball there. Cardinals contain him a little bit and ends up at a 36-yard with 1st and 10. Like Donry blitzing up the middle, just goes by the runner. A 5-yard run there for Ryan. 86, Aiden Bajeski into the game for the Cardinals. Makes a tackle there. So D'Angelo Donray at the Mike linebacker blitzed on that last play. Make sure I'm saying names correctly when I say them. Switches Ryan to the other side with the trips left. Looks like he's coming again on a pull. Ball's loose. It looks like the Cardinals. Donray's in the backfield. He had a great blitz there, jumped that in a hurry. Kind of surprised the quarterback, I think, and Haverback wasn't able to hang on to the snap. It was a good snap. It hit him in the face mask, I think, but he was kind of turned his eyes and was looking at Donray coming in on the blitz, and Donray able to recover the fumble back on the 34-yard line. So the Cardinals in business here in the plus side of the field. Coming with our 2x2 set, kind of tight. Cluster look here. Oh, there's that big hoof in the air again, not a paw. The big hoof in the air again. Deflecting that pass. Parker might be able to step up inside of that and maybe get by him a little bit. He's trying to quick pass, but you know, you're taught as a defensive lineman, you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands in the air. And there's a couple of defenders there from Mount Vernon that are pretty tall fellows. Brogan Meyer and Joe, I'm not even going to try that name. I think it's Breemeister, something to that effect. Sorry if anybody knows him that's listening. High snap controlled by Burmeister, then a high throw almost controlled by Tate Rowe. So again, that would be a situation where somebody needs to be telling him, hey, snap was a little bit high, Keegan. Get that down a little bit. Let him make an adjustment. He's not going to adjust if he doesn't know. The ball out in front of him a little bit more, maybe. Good. Good job by the Cardinals there, holding your water. 3rd and 5. 5-yard false, or not a false start, 5-yard offside penalty, which I believe the 3rd offside penalty the Cardinals have drawn tonight. 2 on punts, 1 on a offense here, but that 3rd and 5 is much more manageable now. Pass, trying to go deep, back shoulder to Wilhelm, and a little hand fighting going on down there. No call, which I think is the correct call, and ball will fall incomplete. Brings up 4th and 5. Obviously inside the 30-yard line, the Cardinals will go for this. Maybe try that hard count again. Trips to the right side here. Looks like they're going to come off the edge with a couple of defensive linemen. Number 10 with the catch right at the sticks. I think he's going to give it. Oh, that's going to be close. Tate Rowe with the catch there. Just across the 25-yard line. And he's going to be short. Short by about 2 feet. That's a very nice tackle by Mount Vernon, not allowing him to fall forward for the first down. So good pitch and catch by the Cardinals. It's the right route. It's the right pass. Just didn't end well. So we're on defense now. Mount Vernon takes over 25-yard line. And coming in motion on a crackback usually is what that does. Jerstead gets out there, makes the initial hit. Still able to get 4 yards out of it. Second long 5, short 6, however you want to look at it. Trips to the right again here. Cardinals had some success with that Mike Blitz last coming off the edge this time with Jack Lippens. Going to go deep on the one-man side with the taller receiver again. Schuler was there. Makes a nice job on the catch. Good adjustment by a Mount Vernon receiver. Able to go up and get it. And then gets another 10 or 11 yards afterwards. Take it down to the 39-yard line. Number 12 for Mount Vernon is Watson Krobe. Got a pretty good height advantage on our D-backs over there, so athletic receiver gets up in the air, rolls out to the right, just underthrows the receiver. Intended for number 20 that time, Cole Thurn, and Tate Rowe and Jack Lippin's in the coverage. Try to go over under out here on this edge. Looks like Mount Vernon will go back to that quads look they were in before. 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield, now coming in motion. Sets up in the backfield. A little screen action. Read nicely by Grau there. Still ends up getting about 4 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 6. Read well by Grau. So a couple Cardinals injured tonight. Give some opportunities. Grau's one of those guys that's on the field here a little bit more than he usually is, but he's doing a nice job. And D'Angelo Donray is another one that stepped up tonight in that Mike linebacker spot. Been playing well. Here we come with 2 blitz, and Aiden Jerstead coming off the edge just a little bit late. And a 35-yard touchdown pass to number 24. Cooper Hurd as gets behind the D-backs again, and this time was able to make the throw maybe a step earlier for the quarterback. That Haverback didn't wait quite as long this time, was able to get it out in front of him a little bit more, and instead of make one guy miss on a reach, and ran it into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night, I believe, receiving. Give Haverback 2 touchdown passes and 2 running. Extra point is good by Mount Vernon this time. To make the score as we had about 6.5 minutes left here in the second quarter, 26-6. Mustangs here to kick off again. Number 36, Bennett Harp, with his 4th kickoff of the half, I believe. Tries to squib it a little bit. Hits the front line. Cardinals able to recover at the 47-yard line. Looks like we're going to have an offsides penalty on Mount Vernon here. Unfortunately, the Cardinals can't decline that one. An offsides penalty will stop it right away. So with the 26-6 lead, Mount Vernon was onside in there and tried a little pooch quick kick on their 2nd attempt, popping it up and over the front line and trying to land it in front of the.
Is that the correct terminology?
That is the correct terminology. It's not a pony kick; it's a pooch kick. I'm waiting for my executive producer to go back to the other side. Caught by Braden DeForest at about the 20-yard line. Looks like he, closed down in a hurry. Had a big hole open there for a little while and looks like one block away from breaking that one big. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, just short of the 40-yard line, so 20-yard return. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. First and 10 here. We get Don Ray to the left this time. Little pitch. Gets it out to the left. Has one guy to make miss and not able to do it. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 2nd and 10. Oh boy. 2nd and 10 here now. Cardinals need to just get some movement here. Mount Vernon's running a 5-man front. It's kind of a 3-4 look for them. They're bringing up number 12 dropped just a little bit here this time, but normally have 5. They're rushing 5 here. One of the linebackers. Now he had time. Ooh. Threw it just a little bit behind Tate. Had a step on him, I believe, but pretty good coverage there by number 10, Jake from Mount Vernon. But our number 10, Tate Rowe, had a good route there going across the field and went up for it, just not able to bring it down. 3rd and 10 now. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter in a 26-6 game. Trips to the right. 3-man line. They drop both linebackers this time, bringing the one in the middle. Has a step and just overthrows him. You get a couple yards on that guy. As Parker will learn as he gets older and gets more experience, but in that situation, you got to get that ball up in the air. You're better off underthrowing him by a foot than to overthrow him by a foot. Let him go make a play on it and go get it. Put a little more air under the ball. Comes with experience. But a nice ball, good protection there for the Cardinals. Good route. Need a good snap here. Wish I could watch his hands when he releases the ball, because I think sometimes he takes his hands up into the air toward his hamstrings instead of toward his calves. And we worked on that a little bit here last year, but talking about the center in this situation. But worked on that when he was in middle school a little bit. I haven't worked on it much with him recently, so I need to get a little more time. Catch some snaps out in the front yard again. You keep your hands low, the ball will stay low. Your hands go high, the ball goes high with it. So 4th and 10. You're getting a little close to the ball for my liking. If he stretch his legs back just a little bit more. Not bad there on that one. Jack got away a nice one. Just a little sidewinding punt. Ryan will fair catch this one at the 30-yard line for about a 31, 32-yard punt. Well executed there by Jack. Keegan had a nice snap. I see that coach was talking to him there on the sideline, so that'll be good. Mount Vernon comes out here with 5.5 minutes, just under 5.5 minutes left, and a 20-point lead in the second quarter. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We got 11. Looks like Aiden's not sure quite what he's going to do. There you go, Price. That one looked like it hurt coming down a little bit. But he got up there and knocked that one away. He's been in great position the last couple times that play has taken place. And this time able to get his hand on the ball and knock it away. So 2nd and 10 here in the 30-yard line. Probably a run play coming. Gives it this time on the read. Nobody out there to stop it for the Cardinals, and he's continuing on into the backfield down to about the 49-yard line for a 19-yard gain on 2nd down. Michael Ryan, the running back now. The Ryan name has been a staple in Mount Vernon for quite a while, as I remember.
Still is.
A lot of very good athletes that have come out of there with that last name. First and 10 here. Drop back to pass, going deep. Looks like his, oh. Now, in the NFL and college games, sometimes they call that a tangled feet and they fall, and they don't throw a penalty on that one, but apparently that's not a high school rule. So pass interference on the Cardinals. Their feet did get tangled up and he went to the ground, so if we don't have that rule in high school, then it's a good call. So it brings up first and 10, 15-yard penalty there in the 38-yard line. Ball's handed off again there. Henderson grabs a hold of his jersey there and gets drugged forward for about 6 yards, but slowed him down enough till his teammates could get there to finish it off. He had one guy blocking him and had one arm on the running back. I always told my offensive linemen when I was coaching them that even if that guy's trying to tackle our running back and you're in contact with them, they're going to fall the correct direction. So stay in contact with them. If Riker's able to get free there, he probably tackles him at the line of scrimmage or maybe a 2-yard gain. But with that offensive lineman still pushing on him while that running back's running hard, they end up with a 6-yard gain on first down. So 2nd and 4 here on the 32-yard line. Looks like a delay of game penalty called here against Mount Vernon. Take them back 5 yards to make it a 2nd and 9 or 10-ish. Just under 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Looks like the Cardinals got a lot of people in the middle of the field here. Braden DeForest coming up, hopefully going to be able to make a nice job. Good pursuit. Good angle by Braden to catch him on the side. Runs Ryan to the sideline for about a half-yard gain, maybe a full yard. Tate Rowe was over to help. Jack Lippens, there's plenty of guys there once the contact was made. Braden took a good angle at him, kept in his hip pocket, didn't allow a cutback lane, forced him out the sideline. Empty backfield again here, 3-by-2 set. Been going in motion a lot when they go to empty here, and here he goes in motion. This is Hurd that's been their top target as a receiver, top touchdown target. Now he's caught the ball here in a actual pass as he flipped it from the quarterback, and we'll have another 18-yard reception added to his tally. Down to the 21-yard line here, the Cardinals. Mount Vernon will have 1st and 10. Pretty much running whatever they want at this point in time. Cardinals have struggled to stop them since that first possession where I thought we had some nice defensive plays, but Mount Vernon's kind of getting in a groove here. And Wright and guard and tackle both pull, lead the way. End up with a 12-yard run down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Tackle made there by Xavier Grau. I'll just say it how I want. And just reaching the 3-minute mark here. Just inside the 10-yard line they mark it. 1st down and make a pass. Oh, deflected by Aiden Jerstead. Nice defensive play there by Jerstead. He's on the guy lined up as a tight end. Released down the middle of the field would have been there too if Aiden had good reflexes there and knocked it away. 2nd and 10. 2nd goal on the 10. Cardinals blitz, run into the lineman, and Nice job by Donray coming off the block, making a nice play at the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard gain. Bringing up 3rd and goal from the 9. About 2.5 yards. Two and a half minutes left, my fault. Trips to the left here. Got the big receiver to the right. Looks like they're going to go up to him. And he comes down with it. Oh, they're in position, in the right spot. Oh, yeah, he's about 6 inches taller than us. We had him double covered and went up in the air and got it. It's tough to defend. I don't know that our tall kids would be able to get out there in coverage on him because most of those guys are linemen. And it looks like the kick's up and good this time and make the score 33-6. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Back here with you now. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Mustangs will kick it off again with a 27-point lead, 33-6. Pops it up here about the 30-yard line. Will be taken up by Tate Streets. Puts his head down, shoulder down. He didn't put his head down. Put his shoulder down right into the tackler. Got about a 10-yard gain out of it. Takes the ball out to the 38, 39-yard line. Cardinals will start with 2 minutes left. The varsity game is senior night tonight, so we'll be announcing the seniors in between games with their parents. And you remember those senior nights from last year? Uh-oh, we might have a... Could have been a procedure call against the Cardinals, but the ref decided not to block or not to throw it. He had a receiver moving up to the line of scrimmage just a little bit late. Good decision on the line judge's part in that situation in a 33-6 game. Pass just out of Parker's hands. Bring up 2nd and 10. 3-man front again for Mount Vernon. Brings a middle linebacker. Caught by Aiden Jerstead there. Picked him up. And pass caught by Price Schuler. Gets about 7 yards out of the deal as the Cardinals get out there and try to help him out a little bit. A couple linemen standing back here watching that I'll have a conversation with later. So 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. It's been about the best scenario they've in. That's a probably longest play for the Cardinals tonight on offense. I think they had a 5-yard pass completion, and don't think they've had a run bigger than a yard. That 7-yard pass play there was largest of the night, I believe. Aiden Jerstead did a nice job picking up the blitzing linebacker and gave Parker enough time. 4th offsides penalty against Mount Vernon tonight. Ooh. This gentleman has a false start called against the Cardinals. which is unusual because he called it on the right guard, which is on the opposite side of the field from him. I believe the gentleman on the other side of the field had it as a offsides penalty. So we're 3rd and 8 here. Probably be a pass play again here. 2-by-2. Drops back. Oh, drops the ball. And good snap there. It just dropped out of his hands. For a 10-yard loss. Bring up 4th and 18. And I may think that Josh would want to, Coach Cobe would just let this play clock go down to 1 and then call timeout and take your punt. Don't get so close to the football there, center. Looks like Mount Vernon will call the timeout there that time because they thought it'd be nice to have a couple seconds left. They let 20 seconds run off and then realized, hey, if we call timeout, we could have pretty good field position. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to come after this punt a little bit here and see if they can get a block and get the ball on their own side of the field and or on our side of the field and look to score one more time before the half. Cardinals need to do a good job of blocking here, and Jack needs to understand we need to get rid of it. So 21 seconds left here in the second quarter in a 33-6 game with the Cardinals 4th and 18, going to punt the ball away. Good snap. And it is blocked. Caught by Braden DeForest, and he's got some room out here. He caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so I believe it's all good. That should be a first down for the Cardinals. I'm not 100% sure on that rule, but since they are calling it a first down, since the ball was caught by the Cardinals, by the punting team, behind the line of scrimmage, we are able to advance it. If that ball is past the line of scrimmage, then we cannot advance it. We just down it wherever it ends up. So heads-up play there by Braden DeForest as he –
Send that to the rules analyst.
I need to send that to the rules analyst because I'm not 100% sure. Looks like the Cardinals are going to go for one here. Gets it out to Derek Wilhelm on the side. He's bouncing around, losing a lot of time here. He does get a timeout called with 2 minutes left, or 2 seconds left. A 13-yard gain there to get the ball down to the 24-yard line and give the Cards an opportunity to see if they can take one shot into the end zone here. What a huge score it could be for the Cardinals if they were able to get into the end zone after punting on a 4th and 18, getting it blocked, catching the ball after the block, making a nice run. Probably about a, what do you run that ball? Probably 40 yards. Get us down in plus territory. And 13-yard passing catch there from Burmeister to Wilhelm to put us on the 25-yard line. 24-yard line. So one play left here in the half. 2 seconds left in a 33-6 game. Cardinals can get this one into the end zone, get it down to 3 scores before halftime. It looks like Mount Vernon's going to back their safeties up a little bit. 3 guys down for Mount Vernon. See if they send a Mike linebacker. Yes. He's coming untouched. Gets outside and just going to throw that one away. He's unable to set up and throw the ball. So we'll go into halftime here as the Cardinals lead 33 to the Mustangs lead 33-6. Be back in 10. We're back here to start the second half now. Mount Vernon has a special kickoff here to start the half. Hopefully you were able to catch that as they bring a gentleman out, number 38. His name is Gunnar Fischler, who's a sophomore at Mount Vernon. I've seen on Twitter a couple times where he's able to come out and take that first kickoff, and the way things should be done. He comes out, he gets the kickoff, and then they go and play the game. So both teams go over and give him a shake of the hand, and the penalty was declined by the Cardinals, as it should be. The kick didn't go far enough. Come back out and play some football here in the second half. So as we start here, Bennett Harp will be the kicker now again for the Mustangs. 33-6 game. Kicks it off to Derek Wilhelm. Will get his first opportunity to return one here from the 21-yard line. Brought down about the 34-yard line by number 58, Cale Reneker from Mount Vernon. So it'll be Cardinal football on the 34-yard line, 35-yard line. First and 10, and hopefully a little momentum. A couple plays at the end of the first half. Get a few more here to get started in the second half. See if we can make them a little nervous. Pitch out to D'Angelo Donray. Mount Vernon snuffed it out in a hurry. Loss of 6 yards. Not quite the start that we were looking for here in the second half. So second and 16 now. Parker brings a high snap down. Stands in the pocket, makes a good ball. Tate Rowe with the catch. Try to stiff arm the guy. He's trying to punch it out. Brings him down to the 21-yard line. 29-21. 50-yard pass completion, catch and run from Parker Burmeister to Tate Rowe. The defender looked like he was going to try to jump in front and deflect that, but just missed it. And Tate Rowe was almost a little surprised that it landed in his lap. Did a nice job hanging on to it. And big gain for the Cardinals. Guess we're on the 23-yard line, so mark that as a 48-yard pass completion. Keeping stats at home. Better snap this time. Looks to go deep again. Didn't quite get that ball high enough in the air, and a good defensive play that time by Derek Wilhelm, who was able to knock that ball away. Just about intercepted by number 33 from Mount Vernon. Which I don't think I have a number 33 on my roster, so if you're listening, I'm sorry about that. So good defensive play by the offensive player in that case. Bring up second and 10 here. The Cardinals try to take another shot at it. They're going to go inside here. That's a nice run by D'Angelo Donray up the middle. Cardinals finally get a hole for him. Gets it down to the 6-yard line. 18-yard gain there for Donray as the Cardinal interior line finally able to open up a hole. First and goal on the 7-yard line. Trips to the right here, Donray to the left. Oh, struggles hanging on to the ball. Not sure that he recovered it. He rolled over it. Ball popped out of his hand. And looks like Mount Vernon will take over on the 14-yard lines. Opportunity gone for the Cardinals. Just think the snap was mishandled by Burmeister there, and looks like the Cardinals are short one guy on defense. Here comes Jack Limpins trying to make up space. Fortunately for the Cardinals, Mustangs run the ball right into big number 64, Sawyer Birkin, making his presence felt here early in the second half. Had a nice couple plays early in the first half as well before Mount Vernon started throwing the ball a little bit more. He's done a nice job at the defensive line for the Cardinals this year. Second 9, another run up the middle. Brought down this time by the other defensive lineman for the Cardinals, Spencer Martin, who's also had a very good year for the Cardinals. Spencer Martin and Sawyer Birkin have really played well up front, playing both sides of the football just about every snap of the game. Every once in a while they'll get them a little bit of a blow, but they've caused a lot of havoc for opposing offenses this year. Looks like number 32 is into quarterback for the Mustangs. Completes a pass on 3rd and 8 out to the 30-yard line. Number 32, Aylin Feddersen, is the new quarterback. I think that was his number 32. Caleb Kuhn on the receiving end of that one. So it'll be first down on the 30. Handoff in the backfield is not handled well, and Tate Rowe, Riker Henderson there to take him down as he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not Tate Rowe, my fault. That was Xavier Grau that was there with Riker Henderson to make that tackle. So Xavier Grau taking advantage of his opportunities this week, doing a nice job defensively for the Cards, playing that safety spot. Cardinals switching their defensive strength here. Another pitch to the short side of the field. Getting some space up the middle. Caught again. Henderson in there in the tackle with a whole mess of Cardinals in there. Last one to get up. Usually gets credit for the tackle. Number 54, Spencer Martin. Braden DeForest was in there. Mustangs look to go trips here. And number 3 receiver playing in more like a wingback. Going to lead to the opposite side. Nice job. Sawyer Birkin in there. Cutback was there. If Sawyer doesn't get a hold of him, then he does have the lane to go get the first down and probably would have gotten it. So nice play by Sawyer Birkin at that nose position, getting around the tackle, getting through the tackle, or getting through the block and make it a nice tackle at the line of scrimmage to bring up a 4th and 4, and the Mustangs going to punt for the second time tonight. First time was very profitable for the Cardinals, as that's how they're scored in this game. It's about a 71-yard punt. So on the kick this time, on the rugby-style kick, he'll angle it better toward the sideline and bounce it out of bounds at the 44. The Cardinals take over on their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Tate Street's in at quarterback for the Cardinals. Just overthrows number 2, R.J. Solly in the flat. Nice to see Tate getting in there for a couple of snaps. The Cardinals playing some other receivers in there. Number 22 just bringing in the play now, Xavier Murdoch. Number 6 out here to the side is Mason Bolsinger. Try to get some of the other guys as they get into the game. Tate Streets fakes it into Xavier's hands and keeps it himself, while some of the guys need to continue their blocks there until the end of the play. End up with about a 2-yard gain on the deal. Peyton Peter in for the Cardinals at receiver, running the play. Number 32 on the other side is Donovan Cook, also seeing some action tonight. Looks like a flag just thrown there, and Tate Streets lets that one go into the defense's hands there. A little miscommunication. Cardinals had a false start. Will be declined. A procedure call, I guess. Some kind of a motion penalty. False start would have stopped the play ahead of time. So Mount Vernon will take over after the interception on the Cardinals' 43-yard line. Pitch out here to the right. Braden DeForest gets him after a 12-yard gain and brings him to the ground. This Cardinals, some new guys in here to see some action tonight. Number 51 is in there, Nico Espino. Number 53, Archer Spickerman. What is it? It looks like a Latin name, so I tried to pronounce it with a little bit of Spanish flair. Trying to look at some other numbers here as I see guys coming in that maybe haven't been in. There's D'Angelo Donray with the blitz and running a little screen play. Cardinals, good pursuit there by Archer Spickerman. Defensive lineman back in the back here with the quarterback and runs the play down from behind and makes a tackle at the 20-yard line, 19-yard line. Good hustle by Archer there. So it's nice to see these guys getting some time in here. We've got about 30 guys on the roster, at least 30 guys on the roster, so hopefully they all get some time in tonight. Another blitz for the Cardinals. They're going to roll out here. Look to throw into the end zone. Cardinals are there with them. And that's a nice catch in the end zone by number 36, maybe, Bennett Hart. Yeah, I think that was the kicker that made that catch for his touchdown. Again, Aylin Feddersen, now the quarterback for Mount Vernon, making a nice pass there. Cardinals in position, but just a little out of reach again. Tate Streets over there at the corner. Mount Vernon looking to kick the extra point again. Last few have been good after a couple rough ones to start with, and that one looks good as well. And make the score 40-6 here with 2:08 left in the third quarter. Sorry, after the change of possession, I had a little conversation up here I had to have with my executive producers. So Cardinals are second down now and 9, 42-yard line. Looks like Tanner Swanson into the snap for the Cardinals now. Tate Streets keeps it on the read play and taken down for no gain at the line of scrimmage. Try to get some of the other numbers of guys that are in there. Number 89, Troy Tooley is in. Number 55, Matthew Kozel is in at right guard. Maybe right tackle, it looks like. Try to get to the, or he's in at left. Looks like Kozel and Tooley are playing the left guard and tackle. Nice pass there by Tate. Out to number 2, R.J. Solly. Catches the ball just short of the midfield. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Cardinals. As we get to the 42nd mark here in the second quarter. So 4th and 2, down 34. The Cardinals will go for it. Makes sense. Midfield. Might as well. Trying to see another 50 numbers over there. Ball given to Donray. He's able to get it, and the Cardinals getting a good push behind. Nice job of keeping both hands on the football there. Well done. Number 56, Tyler Clemmy's playing on the right side of the line. Good hard run there by DeAndre. Looks like that'll take us to the quarter here. And be Cardinal football to start the fourth. On about the 44-yard line. It'll be 40-6 here to start the fourth quarter. I'll look it up here. So to start the fourth quarter, the Cardinals come out and run the ball and get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd and 10.
The executive producer, Kate?
Yep. Saving pictures to my phone at the same time.
Cardinals in a trips formation. Tate back to throw. Makes a nice pass out into the flat to number 6, Mason Bolsinger. Does fall incomplete as a good hit was made as the ball was getting to him. So the Cardinals will be, or Maquoketa High School here will be acknowledging our Hall of Fame inductees tonight in between the games. There are a few names here that I'll talk about here after this play. We'll bring 3rd and 10 right now at the 44-yard line. Ball's back out into the flat. Just overthrows R.J. Solly. Bring up 4th and 10. The Cardinals will Inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, Rocky Lamar, Rich O'Hara, Don Lyons, the 2004 girls golf team, and Tim O'Connell. So there'll be 5 inductees going in this year. I'll tell you a little bit more about each one of those as we go on here, but I just wanted to get the names out there. But they'll be introducing them in between games, so stick around if you can. Big hit on Tate as he makes the pass. And really, the interception does us a favor. They'd have been better off to knock the ball down. They'd have got it back here at the 45-yard line. But the interception takes it down to the 18-yard line for Mount Vernon. So we reach the 9-minute mark. So Tim O'Connell is inductee. He's a 3-time world champion bareback riding. Won titles in 2016, 17, and 18. He was Rookie of the Year in 2013 and make his 9th consecutive appearance at the national finals in December. As a senior in high school, Tim won the state bull riding championship. That is definitely not something I would like to do. It's fun to watch, though. Mount Vernon comes out on first down and makes a nice run for 4 or 5 yards here to bring up second. Looks like he went out of bounds maybe a step earlier than I saw. Bring up 2nd and 7. O'Connell was also a wrestler from Maquoketa, who qualified for the state wrestling meet 3 times and finished 4th in his senior year. Finished his wrestling career with a 121-38 record. He has 2 sons and is a volunteer assistant rodeo coach in his community in Marshall, Missouri. Mount Vernon looks to break one loose here, but steps out of bounds from the 23 out to the 47-yard line. So about a 24-yard gain by Cooper Hurd there. Who's had a pretty nice night for the Mustangs. Another inductee for the Hall of Fame is Rocky Lamar. He was a 4-sport athlete at Maquoketa. Football, golf, basketball, and baseball. Rocky might be known best for his coaching prowess down at Mid-American Nazarene College. Mount Vernon back to pass here in 1st and 10. Makes a throw. Ooh, in and out of the hands, I believe, of a Cardinal defender that was just about there to make an interception. Rocky coached Mid-American Nazarene University. 1986 he started coaching there. Ended up with 803 wins in his 36 years as head coach. He's an NAI Basketball Hall of Famer and a member of the Mid-American Nazarene Hall of Fame. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I hate to say things that aren't right, but I do it a lot, he may have won a national championship at Mid-American Nazarene. Had a couple former Maquoketa athletes that played for him there. As a Maquoketa graduate myself, I remember Rocky best as all of Coach Fleming's stories started with, if you guys could have seen Rocky do this, you'd know what it was like to work hard. So we heard a lot about Rocky Lamar as I was playing ball in high school. I was one of the names that I didn't know growing up myself, but Coach Fleming made sure we all knew who he was. Great read there by Xavier Grau as he came up on that screen play and was standing right behind the guy. Ball was just overthrown to the screen. So 4th and 16. Mount Vernon will bring on the punt team again. So we drop back with Braden DeForest to return. Rich O'Hara would be another inductee. He was a 4-sport athlete, had great success in all 4. 3-year letter winner in football, quarterback, and defensive end. 4 letters in basketball, scored over 1,000 points. 4th all-time on the list. He averaged 23 points and 14.5 rebounds a game as a senior. Had 48 points in one game. track, he was considered Mr. Versatility as he competed in the high jump, pole vault, discus, shot put, and both the high and low hurdles. Was a two-time conference champion in the low hurdles. Was a shortstop and first baseman on the baseball team for 4 years. O'Hara hit .310 as a junior. He went to the University of Iowa and was a starter his sophomore year at receiver. Transferred to Northern Arizona and set several receiving records. He was the 78th pick in the 3rd round of the 1968 NFL Draft. Selected by the Baltimore Colts. After his playing career ended, he married his college sweetheart and lived in the Dubuque area as an owner of Happy Joe's. Rich O'Hara was another big name a lot when I was in high school. Growing up, we always heard about him and his athletic career. Tate Rowe there, or not Tate Rowe, my fault. Tate Streets on the carry for the Cardinals there. Cardinals look to run the ball here a little bit as we reach the 7-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. A couple more people here that'll be inducted. Try to pay a little more attention to the game here. First half of this game took quite a while. A couple weeks ago, we played in Mount Vernon, Vinton Shellsburg we played a couple weeks ago. And, I think both teams, all we did was run the ball. So I think the game was over at about 6:35. Looks like Tate Rowe now at quarterback, not Tate Streets. So Tate Rowe was in at quarterback for a little bit here. Had a couple runs. Brings up a 3rd and long here, about 3rd and 18. Gets around the edge here, looking to throw the ball with the left-handed. Intercepted by number 32 for Mount Vernon. Aylin Fedderson is the interception. Mustangs will take over just outside the 20-yard line. So a couple more people to talk about here in the Hall of Fame if you're Donnie Lyons was be another inductee of the Hall of Fame. His bio reads here, he was considered by many as one of the finest four-sport athletes to walk the hallways at MHS. Lyons was a 4-year letter winner in baseball, earning first-team all-conference honors all 4 years. First athlete in the conference to receive such an honor. In football, Don was a first-team all-conference running back his junior and senior year. Excelled as a linebacker, punter, and kick and punt returner. Currently has the 3rd highest average for kick returns in school history. Basketball, Lyons earned 3 varsity letters as an unselfish point guard. His 326 career assists ranks 5th, and 107 career steals is 8th all-time in MHS. Qualified for state track in the 220, 880, and mile relays.
Like a encyclopedia of sports knowledge.
Lyons attended Upper Iowa University, where he excelled in both football and baseball. He was inducted into the Upper Iowa Hall of Fame in 1999 for his athletic accomplishments.
How many yards passing did Rich O'Hara have in high school?
And Lyons, actually, I remember Donnie Lyons best. We were able to, he became a head coach at Denison, and looks like Mount Vernon goes in for a score here to make the score 46-6. And Cooper Hurd finally, scores again. Could be about his 4th or 5th touchdown. I'm not sure exactly how many he has, but he's had a great night tonight. But Coach Lyons, Donnie Lyons, was a coach at Denison, and he took his baseball teams. He'd come over to eastern Iowa a little bit and go on a weekend trip, and they'd stay some nice places and go play at some different college parks. And we were able to schedule a game against our Maquoketa team with Denison up at University of Dubuque, which was a nice opportunity. We had a lot of Maquoketa people that made the trip up there to see Coach Lyons, and it was a nice opportunity for us to
Didn't we go out there like every 3 or 4 years?
maybe earlier. I
swear I went there.
We never played there. I think they used to go out to the World Series and they would play there, and we never did. When I was playing, that was my first experience with Donnie as a coach. And I seen him at various events, but I'm coaching against him. So it says as a head baseball coach for 35 years with 677 victories.
So the camera will be out for about 4 minutes.
And the night in 4 minutes? Oh.
It just went out.
Oh, the camera just went out for those of you who are wondering. It's nothing wrong with your TV.
Or phone, or tablet, or computer. It'll be back on in 4 minutes.
Yep. So the final one is the 2004 girls golf team.
Deep kickoff taken by the Cardinals. Turned out from his own 21. He's out about the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Cardinals have 1st and 10, and we'll have running clock here, Ray, right?
Yes, we should have running clock here with a 41-point lead. 5 minutes left in the quarter.
Continue on with your
so
Encyclopedia Sports.
Yep. 2004 girls golf team. Hopefully our viewership didn't just go when I started talking about this, because this is kind of interesting.
Well, I know
to me.
where we were at. No, actually, it's went up 3.
Well, that's good. I've enjoyed
4.
I enjoy reading about
Keep talking.
this. Yep,
Give me more stats. Give me more stats.
Interesting part about this 2004 team is there was 3 sisters on it. The Davis twins that were seniors that year, Brooke and Brittany, and then their sister Jordan was a freshman that year. A few Delmer girls. Their grandma and grandpa live right next door to me, so I get to see those two quite often that follow all the sports, whether it's their grandkids or they follow the Maquoketa sports, always asking about our kids. So it's a good family.
And that's the last state title team we've had,
2004, I believe so.
That needs to change.
And then let's see, the other 3 members of the team, Anya Degg and Renee Manderscheid rounded out the team. And then I think the 4th scoring member of that team, because don't they score 4? You golf 6 and score 4? I believe that's the case. I'm not 100% sure. But the 4th,
I think so.
The other member, the last member was Nikki Goodall, who I believe was a sophomore that year. I think she was a year older than Jordan. So I think, well, anyway, the Davis twins were seniors, and Jordan was a freshman, Jordan Davis, and then I think Nikki was a sophomore, junior. I'm not sure. She was in the middle of them. But another unique thing is those 4 girls were all Delmer residents, was in addition to their coach, Terry Taylor.
Oh, the Delmer connection.
Yep. That's what happens when you put a Delmer guy on the mic, that eventually I'm going to bring Delmer into the conversation.
Hey, don't forget Elwood. Give them some love, too.
Well, these were just Delmer kids for now.
Cardinals will have a 4th and 5. They had a completion from quarterback Tate Streets for a 5-yard gain and an incomplete pass. 4th and 5, Streets in the gun. Looking out to the right and has a receiver out in the flat. Makes the catch, but it's going to have to break that tackle to get a first down. He's going to be about a yard short.
Oh, we might have it marked here.
Oh, yeah, gave him a favorable spot. Maybe we're even. Oh, we got
yes,
video
we
back.
do.
We got video back.
Oh, good to see everybody back.
So he gave him for the spot of the catch, and they got driven back.
Get a first down.
Still think it was a little generous, but
well, the official understands that on a change of possession, the clock stops.
Oh, that's right. They got to get the other game done. They got plane tickets, to cash in.
Well, and this has been a long one tonight.
It has.
2 hours long so far. And this should be the final possession of the game. I would think that we should be able to take it down.
I was thinking that over there when I was like, there's still 5.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Ain't at halftime yet. There's like an hour in.
So one last thing about this 2014 that I just read about. No, I mean, it's kind of cool. They were down 11 strokes.
They used to play in your backyard.
No, this won't even be a dumber. But they were down 11 strokes going in after the first day.
Really?
And day 2 captured the title by a single stroke.
Snap over the head.
And 2 years prior, that several of the team members were finished third out at state. So it was a pretty good run there for Maquoketa Golf.
Well, Mr. McConnell's been down in the corner doing autographs for
Is he?
a while here.
I hope they all were able to make it tonight. I enjoy this night of football here. The induction ceremony is actually tomorrow night
It's Timber Center.
at the Timber Center. All right, so yeah, it'll be at the Timber Center. I think that's where they had it last year as well. Nice facility to host it. They did a great job hosting it last year. And
Well, I tell you what, I had a long conversation, a little bit ago with Dick Wold, and he's excited to go tomorrow.
I'm sure he did.
To go tomorrow night. He said he thinks this is the best class they've put in.
yeah, well, that'd be a fun argument to have. But I think there's
Send your hate mail to Dick Wold. No, he is excited. I mean, and he's got personal ties to a few of them.
Yeah, these guys were.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Lyons was one of those when he started coaching baseball was on that team.
Well, I think Rich O'Hare was just a little bit before him, right?
Yeah, late 50s, wasn't he? Didn't say in there.
Yeah, it did, but that was one of my early readings.
Oh, we got to Delmer, and then everything went out the window.
Yeah, we got to Delmer, and I forgot everything else.
Okay. All right.
So that one ends there with a Mustang victory of 47-6. The Cardinals will be walking down the hill right now, coming across the field to line up as they will be announcing seniors tonight on senior night, and we'll also be tunneling up, I believe, and announcing the Hall of Fame inductees. So hopefully you can stick around, and we'll let Bob Gavin do the talking. And
yeah, I'm going to stop this feed and start a new one, though, just so everybody that is watching